Hey, what's happening? Jason Woodland here, back with Always the Journey TV. We have got now interview number 3 in the place to be, and I'm extremely excited about that. As you have seen, we had episode number 1 with Trent Bray, episode number 2 with Tony Reese, and now we've got episode number 3 with a very dear friend, Ben Fogel from Epic Fitness, located over in Mill Creek, and we're going to be able to dive into that a little bit. Another exciting thing about this episode is that it's actually taking place on election day. So a lot of stuff going on in the world, and we don't let anything stop us. We continue with the hustle and the grind, and we have a good time with it. So I'd love to go ahead and start the introduction of my friend Ben. So Ben has over 15, actually for over 15 years, has been coaching people of all types and backgrounds. He's a former World Cup and World Championship athlete himself. He's learned from some of the best in the world on how to be a great coach and mentor. Ben spends an astronomical amount of time learning, growing, and increasing his knowledge in order to benefit his clients and the entire Epic Fitness team. He loves seeing all of the Epic Fitness members achieve their goals, and as important as anything, he lives by the concept of getting 1% better every single day. And he loves helping others become better every single day as well. Ben is a really stand-up guy. We actually met maybe a year and a half ago or so. Immediately became good friends. We were at a mutual friend's house, Mike Tempest. And as Ben went walking by, I looked at his wrist and he had a cool watch on. We're both into watches. And we immediately struck up a conversation. And we've been part of a really cool group called the Rainmakers on Tuesday mornings. And we've been able to get to know each other really well. Ben has got two young boys and lives in the Salt Lake City area. And you've got to watch this. Ben is seriously epic. I'm so excited to bring him on. So let's go ahead and bring him into the studio. My main man, Ben, what is going on?
Hey, Jason, thanks so much for having me, man. This is awesome. Really, I'm honored to be on your show.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. I'm glad you're here. So what's going on today so far? What's happening?
Well, like you said, big day today, right? Tuesday, November 3rd. We'll remember this day for the rest of our lives, I think. Not to get into politics or anything, but it's a great day to be alive, and it's a great day to talk with you, man. I'm really excited we're still doing this today. So thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Cool. So as you know, with this TV channel or this YouTube channel, so to speak, is I want to get a granular understanding of what your business is about and what you do in the community more specifically. So Epic Fitness, you're located in Mill Creek. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration on why you started Epic Fitness. What does that path look like?
Yeah, I mean, how far you want me to go back? I can go back 15 years or so. Like you said, as a competitive athlete, I competed in the sport of bobsled internationally with the United States team, and so I got to kind of walk the walk as an elite athlete for about 7 years. And during that time, I had some great coaches along the way, some great mentors, and I never would have gotten to the place I was if I didn't have the coaches in my corner at the times that they came along. All the way back from high school, right? I had one of the best track and field coaches in the state of California, leading my path to become one of the better, javelin throwers in the state and in the country, in college. And so I would not have gotten to that place without the coaches and mentors that I had. So I really felt inspired to do that myself, and that's what kind of put me on the path of learning and growing in kind of the form of exercise science and kinesiology and get my degrees in that field. Then from there, I didn't want to go to work. So that's why I actually competed, in bobsled for about 7 years after graduating college. And then from there, I wanted to do something where I actually was in a position to be a coach. And that's when I started Epic Fitness. That's when I started coaching and training individuals. I thought I was going to train elite athletes for a living, but quickly I learned that's not the most realistic thing. You're gonna see in our industry, and it was the people that needed the most help were the people that were were being attracted to me and my business. It was the 35 to 55-year-old moms that just were taking care of their family for the last 15, 20 years, and now they finally want to take care of themselves. And so that's who we really work with now. And I guess to go back to your first part of your question, what really inspired me to do what I do now is it was almost 5 years ago now to the day almost. It was Friday, November 13th. It was Friday the 13th.
Nice. I love it.
Yeah, Friday the 13th of 2015. You guys can look at your calendars. I got the horrible news that I had a really rare form of leukemia. It's called large granular lymphocytic leukemia, LGL leukemia, and it's really rare. And I had some small symptoms, but I had no idea I was had this cancer, and it put me on a path of really realizing kind of how short our lives are, and how how our health is really our wealth. And if I had not gone into this form of cancer without having some form of good health and good fitness level and good nutrition and controlling all those controllables, I would have been about had a 60% chance of not living or not surviving. So that's what really got me to be really strongly inspired about helping other people that have been in a similar position as mine with cancer or with just any kind of like ailment that they want to get over, whether it's an injury, whether it's cancer, whether it's a surgery. We seem to be helping a lot of people right now that are in that boat or stuck in that position. So what's really inspired me now, almost being 3 years in remission, is helping people that maybe are just like me, helping people. We have probably a dozen cancer survivors at our gym, and that's really, it's an honor to be able to work with those people and have them trust us. So,
Wow. So, that reminds me, we also had that connection with the Leukemia Society of Utah, because you were one of the guys running for Man of the Year, and I was on one of the teams for Woman of the Year for Carmen Harris.
Yeah.
And so, it's amazing, because before we knew each other, I saw you standing on the stage and talking and explaining your story and that kind of stuff. So it's really amazing how we were able to connect again, after the fact. So, man, that is amazing.
Yeah, that's one of those things that it's funny, small lake city, right?
Yeah.
But the cool thing about the Leukemia Lymphoma Society is, I didn't mention this, but I, talk about, wanted to help the community. I spent during my time in remission, and also while I was doing chemotherapy, I did volunteer for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and I have been volunteering for them for now the last almost 5 years. Nice. And the really cool piece about that was, helping people and their families when they first got diagnosed. It's through the Patty Kaufman First Connection program. And I was a part of that, because a lot of people, when they get diagnosed with cancer, they don't know who to call. They feel like they're in this deep, dark hole and they cannot climb out of it. And having the support of somebody that's been there and done that and kind of dealt with the disease it was an honor to be a part of that outreach program, where you talk with a person that's just been newly diagnosed with cancer, and you let them know, hey, I've dealt with this, I'm dealing with this right now, and I'm recovering from this, and here's my story. And then it just motivates people and inspires people to push back against the disease, because as we know, it starts with your mindset. It starts with kind of your values and how you're going to attack recovering from something that's, if you've been diagnosed with something like that before. The other piece, being nominated in 2019 for the Man of the Year, it was an amazing year. I think we raised almost, all the candidates, including Carmen, we raised almost, I think, $600,000. That I took second, right behind a guy that raised almost 150 grand himself. We raised, I think, $126,000. And to say that like every dollar raised is a vote against cancer, and every dollar raised is, being able to fight against horrific, horrible disease with blood cancers. It was just a cool, amazing cause. And it was really cool to be a part of that bigger piece of it, because in Utah, that was the most that had ever been raised to that point in any other year in the state's history. So it was really cool to be a part of. And yeah, so that's that.
Dang, that's amazing. And what an amazing thing that was an inspiration for you. I mean, to come from something like that. And I've seen your posts. So, and we're going to put all of your social media handles in the body of the YouTube channel here. Cool. But everybody, make sure you follow Ben, because I mean, there's some inspiration pouring out of this guy in all of his posts. And there was some things that I've seen you post recently. Let's see, strong people are harder to kill, right?
Yeah.
And I love that. And you're a beast with that, because the thing is that not only are you a beast in your own right, but you're humble about it. Like you're humble about it. You're not only physically, but you're of course mentally and emotionally strong, and you want to help others do that same thing. So I'd like you to tell me a little bit more specifically about your business and how your business operates. What does that look like?
Yeah, so I own and operate a very small boutique training studio in Salt Lake City, Mill Creek, in Utah. And you know, our mission, our vision with our company is to inspire and motivate every person that walks in our doors to become the best possible version of themselves, and really to get, like you said in the intro, to get 1% better every single day. And that starts with small little habits, small little steps leading in the right direction. And what we're finding right now is, with the new influx of members, with this COVID-19 crisis happening before us, people are realizing and taking control of their health more than I've ever seen in the last 10 years. And it's really cool to see, because I talk about this a lot, controlling the controllables, and the things we can control in our lives, right? It's our health, overall health. Like, we can't control if we get COVID or not, but we can control the variables of our health ahead of time. I'm considered high risk, but at the same time, I'm controlling all the variables to keep me very, very healthy. And if I were to get, a disease like COVID, I could overcome it. Yep. Our fitness levels, our nutrition, we can all control what the heck we put in our mouths, right? As much as we think we can't control that, we control all those things. And so it's this picture that people are painting right now of this vision of the future, of health. Because right now, almost half of our country is overweight or obese. That's the number one risk factor for being hospitalized with COVID in the hospitals right now. You're 90% more likely to be hospitalized if you're overweight or obese. Is that something we can control? I think so. I believe in that. So we're helping these people. When they become members of Epic Fitness, we're tracking this stuff relentlessly. We're tracking their body composition. We're tracking their food. We're tracking that habit of awareness, what they're eating. We're tracking all that, and we're being in their corner to do these kind of weekly, monthly check-ins, and and the other cool thing about our gym is, like, since COVID happened, it really forced us to schedule appointments. Forcefully. The client has to schedule appointments, whether it's they're working with a coach, or they're just scheduling a pod in our gym, which is a self-sustaining pod there's no shared equipment. So we're really taking all these safety guidelines to heart, and we've kind of stayed in that high level of risk the entire time. So we've always been physically distancing. We've always been wearing masks inside our gym and keeping that all those things in place. But the really cool thing is just the outpouring of support from our members, and also the new people that have come in with this mindset of, like, I am ready to make a change. One of the last guys that joined us, he told me, he said, the reason I came in now is because I know a community gym like yours is going to fill up quickly come the new year, because this whole thing is going to flip, and it's going to, like, we've already seen the escalation, right? The amount of cases per week, per day in Utah, but this is going to become an exponential thing. And what people don't realize is, as this becomes an exponential risk, more and more people want to get in and take care of their health and invest in an expert. And that's kind of where we come in. And so we've been honored to do that. But this gentleman said to me, he said, I want to reserve my spot now, because I know in 2 or 3 months, you guys are going to be at capacity or above that. just like kind of the hospitals are, right? So we're very close to capacity. We're going to be cutting it off probably the first part of the new year, but as far as being able to take control and help all of the people that are asking for help right now.
Nice. Okay. So if so anybody watching this, if you have an interest in working with Ben and his team, jump on it, because that will go to capacity pretty quickly. So tell us what your address is, and then geographically, what does that look like? Because I mean, you guys are doing some things on Zoom as well, right? Tell us just a few moments about that.
Yeah, so we're in Mill Creek, so it's 1227 East, 3300 South. It's in the same little strip mall as the Tuxedo Junction. We're directly across the street from Felt Lighting. These are businesses that have been there for years and years. On the north side of 3300 South, just south of Harmon's, and so that's who we really help is people in that area. So I'm saying Sugar House, Mill Creek, Holiday, Cottonwood Heights. We serve all those members. It goes, far west is West Valley and Taylorsville. We have members come from there. We have members come from Farmington. So geographically, like, we serve the entire kind of greater Salt Lake Valley. The other piece of it too is people coming back in person. They've entrusted in us to keep a safe environment. And since we reopened with the closures that occurred in March and April, since reopening May 1st, we've had 0 confirmed cases that have occurred in the gym. So that's been a huge win for us. The other thing is we are doing remote coaching right now. The remote coaching is we do 5 days a week of Zoom coaching with classes. So those are available 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. So every day, those days. And then also we are doing remote coaching via a really cool customizable program design app that we actually design a custom program. That's what people are investing in. They're investing in that support and investing in that expertise. So that can be done remotely with a weekly or bi-weekly or a monthly call with the coach, depending on what option you choose. And that really provides accountability to the members to have that kind of weekly, that touch basis with a coach. And that's a 15 or 20-minute Zoom call or a call to check in to see how the program's going. We also sell equipment for homes. So if you need equipment for your home, we do that and we help out with that. And we get all of our members set up that way. So I'd say we have about 92 to 95% of our members are in person. The other 5 to 7% are remote right now, and that's kind of how we're serving them.
Okay, great. And also you do have really good parking as well.
Yeah, parking's easy. We've got, I don't know, there's probably at
right in front.
35 stalls parked right in front of our building. We got plenty of places to park.
And the other thing too that I wanted to throw out is, I've been to your gym on a handful of occasions. I know a lot of people that are both part of your gym and have been to your gym and taken tours. The thing about your gym that's different than most other places that I've seen is the personal touch. So the first time you gave me a tour of your gym, I think it was maybe a year ago now, when I pulled up, there was a sign out there that said Epic Fitness and it said, "Welcome, Jason." And you had reserved my own car spot. I've never seen that in almost any other business, but especially a gym. So for people that want to become a part of your gym, they're becoming part of a community. They're becoming part of an experience. It's not just a gym. And I wanted to make sure I threw that out there. That's really cool. Plus, you guys have some really cool swag as well. Like, you guys have got some hats and some sweatshirts, and you've got masks that are branded. I meant to have my mask in here so I could show it off, but it's in the other room. But anyway, yeah, so they've got fun stuff like that for sale. And then also wanted to learn if you can give me in 1 or 2 sentences, what does the perfect client or referral look like for you and your business?
Yeah, great question. So our perfect or ideal client is, right now, it's someone that has pretty much said enough is enough. I'm ready for change, and I'm ready to take my life and get it under control and take that first step. And we know it's a big jump going into a gym, and we know it's a big jump kind of walking through those doors. But the overwhelming, resounding why we've heard from our kind of perfect client has been, I'm ready to take control of my life. I'm ready to make a change and make a change for the better. And it's usually people that have spent all the years taking care of others before themselves, and they're ready to kind of flip it. And that's we train, I'd say 70+% of our population at the gym is females between the ages of 35 to 55 years old, up to 60 or 65, and they are just ready to be a caregiver for themselves. So
nice.
yeah.
And the other thing too that's I think really important is that for the person who's never been to a gym and they might feel intimidated, you can literally feel no intimidation walking into Epic Fitness. The very moment you walk in, you're met by friendly faces that are there to be there and to be your support system. And I think that is something that people really need to know. So I think that's really cool. What are the best ways to get a hold of you and your business? Like if someone said, hey, you know what, Epic Fitness sounds like my jam. How do I get a hold of you? What does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, you can go right to our website, epicfitnessutah.com. We've got lots of cool things going on right now. We have a really cool 21-day challenge going on. And when I say challenge, it's just challenging you to change your lifestyle, change your habits, and get a good kickstart into a good routine with a great fitness family. Also, you can call or text us. It's our kind of VIP line is 385-270-9977. Call or text anytime, and we'd love to chat. But really, the best way is on our website. You can see all the things we're offering and kind of learn about our clients' stories. We love to showcase our clients because they're the heroes in this story. And right now, especially, it's a crazy time. It's a wild time. It's November 3rd. Please, if you haven't voted yet, please vote. Is this going on later today, Jason? People will see it. Probably not. But the deal is, we're almost at capacity. We're only accepting 8 people for the month of November, and we already have 2 of those slots full. So I'm lying. We only have 6 spots left. So, we're just super passionate about helping people that are ready to help themselves.
Nice. So moving into a wrap up, I've got one final question for you. I want to know what your favorite song, your favorite quote, or both. What is that?
Oh gosh, put me on the spot. Okay, I'll go with quote first because I just got done talking about this with my team yesterday, and kind of a quote that inspires me all the time, but also I think can inspire our clients too. So it is, I'm sure we've all heard this one. We are what we repeatedly do. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. And the habit piece is the biggest piece. That's Aristotle. And I love this quote because the excellence that occurs in our lives and that we see as a result is because of the outcomes of the small, little, tiny habits over the years, months, years, and decades that we are able to sustain over time. This goes against all of those quick fixes that people are trying to sell us left and right on social media and on commercials. And I want the 7-day fast and the 1-day cleanse and the special pill. None of it works because none of it is sustainable, and it wasn't a habit to begin with. So I feel I'm really, really passionate about that stuff and just calling BS really quickly on those types of things. And the only thing that I've seen in my life work is small habits over time that create sustainable results. And that's why I love that quote. Favorite song?
Well, what one of your favorite songs? It's almost impossible to name the favorite, but
yeah, I'll tell you a song that I love just because my wife she can karaoke the entire thing, and I'll do some backup singing with her. And if you can believe it, my wife, Amy, my wonderful wife, who you'll meet if you come to Epic Fitness, because she's going to be out of quarantine here in 2 weeks. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, no quarantine for her. We have no COVID, so it's great. So she can actually she can sing, and sorry, maybe not sing. She can quarantine rap "Low" by Flow Rider, the entire song, and I'm just there for backup.
So you're saying that you're a backup singer in a what is it called again? The
Low with Flow Rider. Apple bottom jeans,
Oh, yes.
Fur, and I just go with the fur. That one. Yeah. So if you haven't seen it, I'll send you a link. We have I think 1 million views on YouTube.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna put the link of that down here. So
Oh, my
that is,
wife will love you for that. Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's amazing. I'm so excited about that.
So
Well, Ben, this has been a sincere pleasure. If you don't mind hanging tight in the backstage of the studio for a moment, that'll be great. But thank you very much for joining us on Always the Journey TV. Ben, this has been an epic interview, and I'm extremely excited to have you on here. So we'll go ahead and put you here in the backstage for just a few moments. Ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you so much for tuning in. Always the Journey TV. This is episode number 3. The objective here is to talk to business owners, employees, artists, anybody who's passionate about what they do for work out in the community. Whether you're in Utah, whether you're in California, New York, Singapore, I want to hear from you. So let's get with it and talk. So anyway, thank you very much for joining us. Have an amazing rest of your day. And it's election day, so have a good time. Take care.